everybody, and welcome to Week 15 of NFL Dynasty Picks. We'll get into the final three. There was a nice Week 14 there. Saw a lot of interesting games. I mean, let's talk about these Denver Broncos. They're out of control, 6 in a row. Tim Tebow becoming one of the most popular superstars in the league right now. I'm hearing his name more than Aaron Rodgers last week. Tim Tebow is out of control. He has a very tough game coming up. But the first game we're going to talk about is actually going to be an NFC East rivalry game. An important game for the New York Giants, not so much for the Washington Redskins, except for it's a rivalry game. So, Phil, your team, the Washington Redskins, who should be an unbiased reporter, versus the New York Jets. Who you got?
You just said the New York Jets.
I said New York Giants. I said the New York Giants. We can rewind, but I started to say the Jets and I ended up with the Giants.
Yeah, come on. I really don't want to pick the Giants because I hate the Giants. But I got to pick them because Redskins are just stinking it up too much. I was impressed with the offensive output that they put up last week, even though it's against the worst defense ever to be created. I don't see them doing anything comparable to that, so I'm picking the Giants.
The NFC East, back in the day, used to call themselves the NFC Beast. Nowadays, they call themselves the NFC Least. But one thing that this division has done against the New England Patriots is all of them, Philadelphia up to the third quarter anyway, have given the New England Patriots a lot of competition and almost pulled off the victory. Washington did it. New York Giants did it. Dallas also did it. The problem is they're going to face each other, and I don't think they're going to be able to do the same thing. New York Giants is still one of the most inconsistent teams in the league to me. They just got back on top of the NFC East. This is going to be a tough game. I think the Giants might have a good chance of losing, and I'm telling you right now.
You going to pick the Redskins?
I'm really contemplating.
Are you really going to pick the Redskins, or are you trying to pick against your picks from the beginning of the season and going 6-10?
No, I don't think. I think Washington's not going to make 6-10. I think that's pretty much done. I just really think that if they're going to win one more game, this is going to be the game they win. They play the Philadelphia Eagles. They play another team. You know they're not going to be Philadelphia Eagles.
Unbiased.
You know, I hate to say it. I really believe the Washington Redskins are going to win this game.
So
but I'm picking the New York Giants. I want to go with the New York Giants, but I'm putting on record right now. I'm really going to be mad at myself because I think the Washington Redskins are going to win. But I'm going to go with the New York Giants.
So be adventurous and pick the Redskins.
Normally I would, but this is the safe bet. I'm going to go with the New York Giants.
That it would be.
I'm going to pick the Giants. The Redskins, that's what they do, is lose. We've done for the last 20 years. So, how would they stop now? Picking the Giants.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of remarkable. We go back to week like 3 or 4. You actually were on the Redskins bandwagon there for a while. What changed? Besides quarterbacks twice.
You bandwagon. I'm a Redskins fan.
I know, but you thought that they were doing something other than losing for the last 20 years.
And they went back to form.
Well, they were winning some games, and now they're losing a lot of games. So.
All right, touche. Thursday Night Football. Is this it? No, it's not. No, it's not. Seattle and Chicago. Seattle travels down to Chicago. Chicago must have taken a big deteriorating leap in Chicago. And Seattle must have taken a leap down, and Seattle must have taken a leap up. Because we all put the Seattle Seahawks to defeat the Chicago Bears. Seattle Seahawks and Chicago Bears are both playing for playoff implications.
Okay, Chicago, no Jay Cutler, no Matt Forte.
I don't think the Jay Cutler is as important as you make it out to be.
Okay.
But I could be wrong because they're losing games all of a sudden. Tennessee, Indianapolis. All of us picked Tennessee to continue Indianapolis' losing streak. Indianapolis is going to try to go for 0-16. But just like the Washington Redskins, I think this is a game. I don't know why.
Best bet for 1-15.
I have a good feeling that the Indianapolis Colts can pull this one off.
So why didn't you pick Indianapolis?
Because I'm going to go to safe bet and pick the Tennessee Titans. But I'm pretty positive that the Indianapolis Colts can pull this one off. Let's get on down to this is the true Thursday Night Football game. The Jacksonville Jaguars going to Atlanta in the Georgia Dome, and all three of us picked the Atlanta Falcons. And once again, I picked Atlanta, and once again, I really believe that the Jacksonville Jaguars can pull this one off. I just don't see Atlanta really winning this game. It's just really plausible. You know? I don't know what's going on with me this week. I'm a little iffy on both, but I'm going with the safe bets. I think Jacksonville can win this.
I mean, the pick that you make is your pick, so.
I'm not disagreeing
The
with
fans
it.
don't want to hear.
I'm picking Atlanta. I'm picking on paper. I'm picking Atlanta, but I go on record saying Jackson will probably win that game. Next thing, what's up?
How can you lose that way?
Why not pick Jacksonville?
Because the safe
Stop
bet's
being
Atlanta.
So when
This week I want to go safe.
So Jacksonville
You would
wins,
save
you
the
be like,
whole damn season. That's why
I
you're
did
in
not.
it right now.
I did not.
Yeah, okay. Tomorrow.
when Jacksonville wins, he be like, yeah, I told you so.
Okay.
You can't lose.
That's not true. That's not true. I can lose. I can lose either the points or I can lose my pride. My pride tells me that Jacksonville's going to win this. That's my expert opinion. I'm going with the safe bet. Alright? Why? Because I don't lose. Anyway, next. The New York Jets. They're holding on to some slim playoff chances against Philadelphia, who's the last seed in NFC. Still have playoff chances. They have to win out. They have to get some help. But one thing they have to do, as I just said, is win out. So the New York Jets going to face the Philadelphia Eagles. Phil.
I'm sorry, did you just say Philadelphia was still in playoff contention?
They still are in playoff. They are still in the hunt.
Are you sure?
I am positive.
Every time I've seen in the hunt, I haven't seen Philadelphia on.
They're in the hunt.
They are in the hunt, sir. I can show you right here on NFL.com.
I want to see the Eagles in the hunt.
Standings, playoff picture. Okay?
Okay, let's see this in the hunt.
Alright, I only have 15 minutes remaining on this laptop. But if you look right here, once it loads, technical difficulties.
I don't see the
Difficulties.
Right here. Boom. Down here, Eagles. You will notice it missing are the Washington Redskins. Okay? But Eagles still have playoff chances. Alright? They need a lot of teams to lose. But it's
Dumbass refs who would have beaten the Wings.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh yeah, I want to make a quick point right quick. The NFL officiating.
Go ahead and make your quick point right quick.
The officiating this season has been despicable, and I think all the referees should be ashamed.
NFL officials.
I have to agree. There have been a lot of games where Philadelphia should have won, and
Oh yeah, I'm biased.
you know they
I'm
should have
biased.
won, and you know their record should be reversed. But because the referees or the officials, as they like to be called in the NFL, have made some very terrible calls, the Philadelphia Eagles are now climbing for a chance for the playoffs instead of automatically being in there because they should be on top of the division as their record, who are 3-1 in the NFC. He's the only team to be 3-1. Excuse me? New York Jets and Philadelphia Eagles, Phil. Who you got?
The Jets.
You have the New York Jets.
I had the Jets.
Well, like I said, New York Jets are desperately trying to get that playoff opportunity. Unfortunately, they're starting to show their true colors, much like their New York Giants counterparts. I still think the Jets, much like the New York Giants, are an inconsistent team. Going against a team that's still one of the most dynamic teams in the NFL.
Yeah.
Is going to sneak in the back door for the playoffs.
Revis on Deshaun Jackson. Game's over.
Philadelphia Eagles winning.
Yeah, okay. Finally. Your big risk.
That's not a risk.
Although, he's taking Philadelphia and Pittsburgh every single game this season.
That is who you pick.
I think Philly is going to win actually, just to keep it interesting.
All right, I'm keeping up with.
For no reason.
This.
I mean, let's keep it real. Philadelphia has no excuse for being 5-8 other than themselves. And the Jets, I just don't like them. I don't like Sean Green. I think Sean Green is soft. He ruined my fantasy team a couple years ago. Mark Sanchez is a bum. He proves that year in and year out he was not worthy of the pick that he was to begin with. I don't know.
You sound quite salty.
Huh?
The intern said he sounded quite salty.
Salty. Not salt. I don't hate him. He just can't play. I mean,
to that extent, that's why I'm afraid of the Redskins getting Matt
Starting
Barkley
with the
in the next
Redskins.
draft. Hope they go Robin Griffin.
difference is Matt Barkley was like a
Who's
highly
Matt Barkley?
recruited player to begin with.
Who's Matt Barkley?
Quarterback for USC.
Is he respected?
Yeah, he's respected.
Does he win games?
He's projected number 2 quarterback off the board.
He doesn't want to go to Washington Redskins. I'm glad you picked the Philadelphia Eagles, though. I think that's a smart choice. You've taken a nosedive. You definitely want to get that number 2 spot. So I'm proud of you, Joe.
Whatever you say.
All right, moving on. Green Bay. The Joe's new favorite team, the Green Bay Packers, going to face the Kansas City Chiefs, who's still fighting for their playoff implications. However, we all believe they're going to get blocked. But I think if Green Bay's going to lose a game this season, this is the game they're going to lose it to. There's going to be an upset. They're going to go in there cocky. Kansas City is going to be strawing, clawing, fighting, and they're going to upset the Green Bay Packers this week, in my personal opinion. My professional pick, Green Bay Packers. All three of us going to Green Bay Packers.
I want to make.
What
You made your little pick. I'm gonna make my little pick. It is an impossibility. There's a negative 50% chance that Kansas City wins this game. It is an impossibility.
About to get a word again? Is Green Bay going to
dominate?
Yes!
I don't know about all of that. I mean, but it doesn't matter whether they dominate. It doesn't matter whether it's a 1-point win. It doesn't matter whether it's a 0.01% win. They will win the game.
If there's any single women out there, if you meet Joel and you would like to get him entertained and interested, all you have to do is say Green Bay Packers, because for some strange reason, he woke up when we started talking about the Green Bay Packers. His new favorite team because Washington Redskins suck so much. Green Bay, Kansas City. My personal opinion is Kansas City's going to win. Professional opinion, Green Bay. You said impossibility. Well, I'll tell you what's another thing is an impossibility. Impossibility is that word being in the dictionary. That is an impossibility, okay? Miami and Buffalo. You two picked Miami. I picked the Buffalo Bills to win this one. I think Miami's shown a lot. However, I think what they made a mistake on is they fired the coach yesterday. And I do not think that was a smart thing to do because Miami was making a turnaround. I'm not saying he should have been fired at the end of the season, but might as well just kept him to the end of the season. Now they have to do everything all over a little bit. You know, might get a little bit of adjustments to a team that really was better than their record led on. So I think Buffalo's going to have the opportunity here to beat Miami. And I just talked about that game I shouldn't have. But I picked Buffalo, they picked Miami. Also, moving on, New Orleans facing the Minnesota Vikings. We all picked no. New Orleans to defeat the Minnesota Vikings. Don't even need to talk about that one. Baltimore going to San Diego. That's going to be a tough game. San Diego's trying to claw back. They still have playoff chances. They kept them alive. They're trying to keep their coach with a job, the former Washington Redskins coach North Turner. What do you think is
last time he was in Washington?
1999. What do you think is going to happen?
Is San Diego a quality team?
San Diego has the capabilities to beat almost any team in the NFL.
Quality team?
Sure.
I'm picking Buffalo because there's a team that they won't go to sleep.
You're picking Baltimore.
I'm picking Baltimore because it's a team that they won't go to sleep with.
Interesting.
Foreshadowing.
Baltimore's definitely going to be up for this game.
Pick San Diego.
Baltimore is currently the #2 seed in NFL. They have all the capability. I mean, AFC. I'm sorry. All Houston needs to do is lose one game, and Baltimore is the #1 seed. They need this game. They lose one game, Pittsburgh takes over as the #1 seed, #2 seed. That's why they're going to be out there. That's why they're going to be fighting. And much to Phil's point, when they fight and they're playing a good team, they do a wonderful, wonderful job. San Diego is fighting for a coach. They're fighting for playoff implications. Phillip Rivers has to do something. This is the game that he has to show it on. So therefore, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pick Baltimore to win this one. Professionally speaking, I'm picking Baltimore to win. Personally speaking, I'm doing a lot of it this week. Personally speaking, I'm picking San Diego for the win. But I'm putting down Baltimore.
I'm going to pick the San Diego Chargers. And I'm going to tell you why.
I would hope so. I mean,
because
Alice, please tell.
I'll tell you why, and it's because I forgot what I was going to say.
Apparently you have.
I'm gonna let you finish. I'm gonna let you finish.
I'm gonna let you finish. I don't know, like Baltimore, they're a DC, Maryland, Virginia team.
Wow, Washington sucks so badly. He totally eradicated all chances of DC, Maryland, and Virginia.
Name one good team in this area.
Baltimore.
The Baltimore Orioles.
The Baltimore Ravens.
False. Name one team that can actually win playoff games.
The Capitals, who are, as this is taping, are losing to the Philadelphia Flyers 5-1.
They've already lost.
Let's just keep it real. I don't know whether this area is cursed or
not. Type of Philadelphia fan, please.
Yeah.
We in DC, Maryland, and Virginia, we cannot seem to be able to get teams that want to win games. And this area continues to give reasons for ESPN to show a personal bias against local area teams. I don't know. And they're going to continue to do it because that's what they do. Just like how the Redskins lose, Baltimore loses,
Baltimore's
DC
#2
loses.
in the conference.
Huh?
Baltimore's #2 in the conference. They had the loss.
It don't matter. The Capitals was #1 in the NHL last year. They lost in the first round. They got swept.
They got knocked out first round.
It doesn't matter. This area has no pride. We have no DC pride. We have no Redskins pride. There is some Ravens pride. I'll give them that. We just suck. All right, I'm done.
This episode of NFL Dynasty Picks is brought to you by Kleenex because somebody was definitely crying there. Let's move on to another NFC East team. I know we were talking about Baltimore, San Diego, but somehow we ended up in Washington again. So let's talk about their arch rivals, the Dallas Cowboys, going to Tampa Bay to face the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Dallas trying to hold on to their slim playoff chances. They have to face the Giants again after this. They have to face the Eagles again. Not very likely they're going to go to the playoffs here. But we all picked the Dallas Cowboys to defeat. Excuse me?
They have the Eagles going 6-2.
The Eagles are going to end up 8-8, sir. But the Dallas Cowboys are going to end up. What's their record right now? 7 and. They're going to end up 8-8 also. They're probably going to win this game. They're going to lose to the Giants. They're going to lose to the Eagles. Dallas over Tampa Bay. That's what we all picked. Cincinnati's traveling to the St. Louis, Missouri territory, where we all believe the Cincinnati Bengals can defeat St. Louis and end their season respectively. Carolina against Houston, number 1 seed. Houston trying to keep their number 1 spot. They have 3, not 2, 3 teams breathing down their neck for that number 1 spot. But we all believe they are no threat against the Carolina Panthers here, as we all picked the Houston Texans to defeat the Carolina Panthers. Next, the New England Patriots versus the Denver Broncos. Tim Tebow, Tom Brady. I saw a special on ESPN where they talked about Tim Tebow's second season compared to Tom Brady's second season. Who would you want to lead a fourth quarter comeback? Tim Tebow or Tom Brady?
Well, I want Tom Brady. All day and every day. If it's a straight up quarterback, it's Tom Brady. Now what I would do is have Tim Tebow in my backfield. That's little fantasy talk there. Damn. Who you picking?
I will be picking professionally the New England Patriots. Personally,
Who you putting on paper?
I'm putting the New England Patriots on paper. I think the Buffalo Bills will actually. The Denver Broncos. I'm sorry. I think the Denver Broncos is going to pull this out though. Personally.
That's suspect defense.
So that's your pick. It's Denver.
No, my pick is the New England Patriots.
I think it's the opposite of whatever he
You think
picks.
New England's going to lose?
I do have. I'm 50-50 on a lot of these games. I will have so many upset picks this week, but unfortunately, I think it's in my best interest to play it safe this week. So I'm going to go with the New England Patriots.
Fuck it, I'm gonna go Denver.
Low risk, low reward.
Right.
We'll
No guts, no
we'll
glory. Let's go, Tebow.
5-11 this week.
New England or Denver?
I'm going to actually give a score to this game. New England, 63. Denver, 6. Put it in writing. I want you to just write that down. 63-6.
All right.
Plus or minus
50 points.
Huh?
Plus or minus 50 points.
Yeah, I'm going to put the spread. What is that spread? 57. That's the spread this week. 57. On the road.
You have issues.
You do know that Denver has a really good running game.
Oh.
And
Who cares?
New England has the worst secondary. Like, a high school quarterback can go in there.
Yeah, but Denver has the worst quarterback.
No matter who wins.
But he's 6-1.
7-1.
He's 7-1. How is he the worst
I
quarterback?
don't.
6 games in a row.
Tebow. He started. I saw them like they on ESPN while I was at the gym. They tried to extrapolate his statistics from the fourth quarter.
Excuse me, you look like an evil genius right now.
Over a 16-game season.
Don't claw anybody.
No claw. There will be no claw.
Over a 16-game season, they tried to extrapolate his statistics. Why don't they extrapolate his statistics from the first 3 quarters when he was 3 for 16 passing?
But,
how about you do that, ESPN?
But you cannot argue with the fact that he wins football games.
Right.
Until this week.
His stats suck.
He might lose this week.
Oh,
but he still has produced results. He wins.
7-1. You can't.
I'd rather
you can't
take
fake 7-1.
The final score will be 63. All right, I'm gonna just close this conversation. The final score will be 63-6. Tim Tebow would throw at a minimum 3 interceptions.
Case closed. Last game we're going to talk about Monday Night Football game. The Pittsburgh Steelers traveling to the San Francisco 49ers. San Francisco coming off a loss against the Arizona Cardinals.
Yeah, they really shouldn't have lost.
It's arguable. San Francisco is still a little iffy to me.
You know, been wondering who you gonna pick against. Like, who you gonna pick for this game?
Pittsburgh.
Yeah, that was.
Pittsburgh's not gonna lose another game this season. You can write it down on paper. I said that. Pittsburgh's going to Super Bowl. Pittsburgh's going to win Super Bowl. That's my pick. That's been my pick since the off season.
Yeah, I mean, it's like how Philly and
I really want
your
to pick
picks
San
13-0.
Is Ben Roethlisberger starting?
He's questionable. They don't really need Ben Roethlisberger to
Okay.
be the
Seems how you've been 50-50 this whole flipping time we've been talking. By Friday, if Roethlisberger's playing, I'm picking Pittsburgh. If he's out, if Marquise Pouncey is out, I'm picking San Fran.
James Harrison is the only person confirmed out because he got suspended for helmet. Ben Roethlisberger is questionable, but I can guarantee you, I can pretty much guarantee you Ben Roethlisberger will be playing. Ben Roethlisberger is arguably one of the toughest quarterbacks out there. This is an important game. They need to win. And I'm not saying they can't win because honestly, I think Leftwich should go in there and they can still win. So
I think 49ers has a defense that they can.
49ers has a good defense, but
I'm gonna pick 49ers.
You want to know my pick now? I really don't care who Pittsburgh starts this week. They're not going to win.
Oh,
it's just not going to happen.
Snap.
I mean, they don't match up well. I mean, how many rushing touchdowns did San Francisco allow this year? It's not
that many, but
I think it's 0.
Well,
to mean to tell me that you think the San Francisco 49ers
can beat
Pittsburgh Steelers.
I don't think I know.
He's talking about the rushing.
Time world champions. Been to the Super Bowl 3 times in the last 6 years. And you're going to tell me that you think the San Francisco 49ers can defeat arguably the best team in the league right now?
Yes. Because they're not the
best team.
They're not the best team in the league right now.
I mean your premise is wrong to begin with for them saying that they're the best team in the league.
I said arguably. An argument can be made that the Pittsburgh Steelers
I'm going to have to call your argument.
There is no argument. A team that's better than them has swept them this season.
You're talking about the Baltimore Ravens because they have beaten them, but Pittsburgh is better on paper. But you're thinking, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, go get the lotion, the Green Bay Packers. And I'm trying to explain to you, all right, is we'll see come Super Bowl if Philadelphia doesn't make it. We'll see come Super Bowl when the Pittsburgh Steelers face the Green Bay Packers again. That was my pick a couple weeks ago when we had the thing. I still said the beginning of the season is going to be Philly. I started to waver on that a little bit. I have a doubt. But I still think Philadelphia can pull it off. They can sneak in the back door and do it.
And I think Jeff Harbaugh is competitive enough to tell his linebackers to put a good hit on the Roethlisberger to save him off the game.
You say Philly has a chance to first of all even make the playoffs. When you say that they are still going to make the Super Bowl, I don't need to hear anything more.
You're done.
There's no more.
Sir, you can't argue with results, and let's talk about results from last week.
Results on that 5 and 8.
Final thoughts. Final thoughts.
What's the scores?
All right, last week, in third place, we have Joe with 9 wins and 7 losses.
Really?
9 wins and 7 losses. Key losses that Joe had last week was he picked Miami to beat the Philadelphia Eagles. And Chicago to beat the Denver Broncos. Second place, we have Phil with 10 victories and 6 losses. Key losses he had was the Dallas Cowboys defeating the New York Giants. And Miami defeating the Philadelphia Eagles. Wow, can't argue with results. In first place, once again, we have Chris Harris with 12 victories and 4 losses. Key losses, well, he has no key losses because he just dominated like he normally did. He picked the same team as this jabroni in 4 games and lost all 4 of them. Okay, so you can't argue. Which means...
safe bet, motherfucker.
Which means for a final score for this week, we have Phil with 118 victories, 72 losses. Joel with 118 victories and 72 losses. And Chris with 122 victories and 68 losses. Wow, what a turnaround this season has gotten. I think we all know why, because I know how to pick games, okay?
Yeah,
so when you pick where are you going? When you pick the San Francisco 49ers to beat the Pittsburgh Steelers, you don't understand why you're in third place, sir, okay? You don't pick against the Pittsburgh Steelers. It doesn't work properly for you.
He's all set.
Alright, anyway, he's all set. Anyway, we're coming down. We only have 2 more of these to go for the season anyway. So, once again, for Phil, for Joe, who walked off set out of frustration because he does not know how to pick a football game, Mr. 9-7. I'm Chris. We'll see you next week. Enjoy the Thursday game. How you gonna walk out on Chris? Y'all. Oh, whatever. Enjoy your Thursday, enjoy your Friday, no, enjoy your Thursday game, enjoy your Saturday game, enjoy your Sunday game, enjoy your Monday game. We'll see you next week at Dynasty Football Picks. Y'all suck.